Rosetta Head. Now, Wright Island is the only council-owned island in the area. That means you can actually get a boat up onto this island, you are allowed to, or a kayak. I've actually seen people swim over to it. They're a lot braver than I am. But back in the day when we had whaling here in Victor Harbour, it actually used to be one of the 3 primary whaling spots. On record, there's a total of 96 southern right humpback, so southern right and humpback whales that were killed and butchered in the area, and because of that, actually caused a localised extinction. So we've learned through further research that the same individuals returned to the same spot season after season. And because of that, it was over 100 years before we saw any whales in the area again. But last year was actually our best one yet, our best whale season yet. We had 25 individuals, and 6 of those were calves. Encounter Bay itself got its name after an encounter between Matthew Flinders and a French captain, Nicolas Montagne. Now, their countries were at war when they met, but they met in peace and they traded maps. And their maps are actually so good that we pretty much still use their versions today. So they didn't quite get the Murray Mouth, they weren't able to map the Murray Mouth. But other than that, they were pretty spot on. Now, you might notice these red and white buoys floating in the water. They're actually craypots. So it is southern crayfishing season. You can get a recreational license that lets you put down up to 2 pots. There's a couple of restrictions around the place, but other than that, you can put them on almost anywhere you want.
Excuse me, folks. Just really like to emphasise when the boat's up at speed that we do not stand up out of their seats.
just keep your eyes peeled, you might see some dorsal fins of our inshore bottlenose dolphins. We did see some just a second ago. We were in here last time. And we did just spot one. So keep your eyes open, they'll be around somewhere. This is where we found them this morning, and we reckon they were doing a little bit of hunting. Now, if we only just catch glimpses of them like this, chances are they're herding fish and schooling fish. So they'll spend most of their time below the water and sort of just pop up for breaths. There we go, so they're just off the nose, probably about 50 metres, or at least one I just spotted is. Let me meander over there, see if they're interested in us. Yeah, there we go. So it is a little bit roller coastery through here, guys. If you would like to, you're welcome to stand up. Please make sure you're holding on nice and tight. And parents, please just to stand up with your kids. If you could just keep a hand on them as well. And don't rush from side to side on the boat. They will pop up on both sides. But if you would like to stand up, please feel free to do so. Just keep your eyes peeled. They've taken interest in us, which is a good thing. Your best bet is to just keep looking at your side and they'll pop up. This is one of our 3 pods of inshore bottlenose dolphins. So there's a pod sort of down by Port Elliot, Oliver's Reef. There's also a pod that we find here quite often in Encounter Bay, as well as one that we see down by the Waverley Cliffs. Yeah, just make sure you are holding on here, guys, because we're not protected by any of the islands, any of the swell that we come through here. We do just have to face, and I would hate to make this a swim with the dolphins. Just off the front left, guys. So this pod, if it is actually our Encounter Bay pod, there's approximately 30 individuals, maybe a little more. Especially now because we've seen about 5 calves with these guys recently. So they do breed all year round. There's evidence that suggests they can pick and choose when they would prefer to breed, so that when their calves are born, there's lots of nutrients in the environment. So we've seen quite a lot in the last couple of months of the summer. We've also had all that excess flow from the Murray River. All that excess flow has put in a bunch of micronutrients, which has increased the numbers of bait fish, and these guys have been loving it. Alrighty, we are pretty much out of time, unfortunately, guys. Hopefully these guys will stick with us as we head back into Granite Island, but we do have to get moving. So if you're happy to take your seats, and if you're in those front 5 rows, if you could please make sure you are holding on.
So you guys can take your seats, please. Awesome. Seatbelts all up. Awesome.
What is the name of this sea?
It's the Southern Ocean.
Southern. Thank you.
우리를 알고